It's a body of work that involves urban America in the 21st century, and I'm very influenced by the work of writers like Nelson Algren and Rudyard Kipling, and I really wanted to encapsulate, well, the United States as it is now in the early part of the century, and particularly the urban sections, but the heart and soul of a city is its neighborhoods. What I focused on were the things in neighborhoods that are unique to each neighborhood, but a staple of every neighborhood. Automobiles, expressway entrance ramps, athletic scenes, things of that nature. They're a constant in every neighborhood, but each neighborhood is different. It's like a fingerprint. I just really love the yellow. And I was always attracted to the sound of the wheels. And the wheels, the metal on metal sound, and it's just such a beautiful sound, and the sparks at night, and the way the cars are lit up at night. And it's almost like a snake, serpent, like a serpent going through the city. And the platforms are like a world unto themselves. I just think of the L as sort of like the ultimate tour guide that could guide you through the city and take you through the city and show you things that no one else could possibly show you. When they tore up 8094, they pretty much did an entire dismantling of it. It was almost like they rebuilt the entire expressway. And that summer you just had a jigsaw puzzle or a maze or a juxtaposition of different routes going everywhere. And you had all this heavy equipment on either side. And it sort of altered the landscape of the road and altered the transportation route drastically. And it was extremely annoying to drive in, but on the same token, it had a beautiful, unique landscape all its own. Lowrider is my love of lowrider automobiles. To me, they're a product that's completely American, completely unique. Each car is a work of art. It's a piece of rolling sculpture. It's someone's life that's totally encapsulated in their car. The amount of work that people put into these vehicles could never be recapped. You could never sell a lowrider for what it's worth. It is really basically the encapsulation of someone's life, their culture, and everything they know into one vehicle. Fire in the Tank, it's sort of a retro piece. It was showing steam engines next to the beginning of the birth of the diesel era. And I tried to capture the gritty feel of a freight yard where a diesel is parked and a steam engine is still plowing through and going by. And it was sort of like the book by George Orwell, Animal Farm, where I sort of tried to portray the steam engine-like boxer, the horse, the character in Animal Farm, where it's this loyal worker that's still trudging on despite the fact that it's becoming extinct. In the city, the staple sports years ago and still are basketball, football, baseball, and boxing. And I particularly focused on backlot basketball and boxing, particularly like Golden Gloves, CY. And that's an outlet for young people in the city, and there's a tremendous, vibrant talent that goes on in the city that not a lot of people really know about. I mean, the talent that exists on a playground or in an alley basketball game is incredible. You have young people who are on teams in school, and then you have guys who played in college or in high school, and who still play and still have all the ability and have all the right stuff that they had then. So it's almost like you see a semi-professional environment on the street level, and it's very unique, and it's really incredible. My goal was to just portray what I saw of urban America, and if a viewer can relate to it in any way, shape, or form, or if it causes someone to look at things that they've never noticed before, then I have done my job.